Welcome to Spoken Reviews, home of the Spoken Reviews. Today, guys, we're going to do a quick 7-month update on the black Plasti Dip that I did on the Ram. Guys, so in November of 2020, I decided to mod my existing 2015 Ram Lone Star. Just kind of was getting bored of the truck and I wanted to do some modifications. So I decided to start with the Plasti Dip. Then I did the lift, then I did the wheels and tires. Did a video back in November, still got a lot of questions on how the Plasti Dip's holding up, so I kind of want to do an update and kind of let you guys see how it's holding up after 7 months of being in North Texas. So to begin with, the total cost to do the Plasti Dip was around 60 to 70 bucks. I think I used about 10 cans, multiple layers. So I kind of want to get up close to kind of show you guys what's been going on. So you can see there are certain parts that are peeling off right here. And I would attribute this to just kind of it being my first time doing the Plasti Dip and kind of making an error and having it bubble up. But I kind of want to get, all right guys, so you can kind of see how it's faring. For the most part, the places that I did it, and you know, I would say the biggest thing with doing it is taking the time, because you can definitely see how the difference at how it looks here versus how it looks smoother here. So just some quick up close shots so you can kind of see. I have received questions about has it affected the sensors, and the answer to that is no. Both the front and rear sensors still work, no issues on the sensors. So yeah, and everyone knows that the front bumper, it gets the most impact. So on the highway, it's getting the most impacts from, you know, rocks, from bugs, acetic acid. So I would say the front actually has fared better than the rear. And again, I would all contribute that to just how I installed it and kind of just the learning curve and kind of making some mistakes. But I do want to kind of get some up close shots on that so you can kind of see this. All right, now I'm going to go to the Ram cymbals. So the cymbals, so I think this one has held up decent, really good. I think that this would stay on, you know, as long as I'd want to stay on. The other one looks better on the other side, so I'm going to go over that side to show you guys that one. You guys can kind of see. And from my perspective, this one actually looks better than the other one. So one thing that did happen is I did have peeling. I did originally do the step bars with the Plasti Dip, but I just think due to the amount of rocks that were getting kicked up by the 37s, it started to peel, and probably at the 3-month mark, it was like noticeable. So I just ended up taking the whole thing off. So for someone that's going to do the side of the car, that's going to be like a high area, like a step bar, it can work, but you're going to have to do, you know, extra layers and really spend a good amount of time in between the layers to make sure that they fully dry. So now I want to go to the back, and this is kind of where a lot of the problems have happened. And again, this was, I would contribute this 100% to me, and I'll probably just keep it like this until November at the 1-year mark, and then I'll probably pull it off and redo the back, but I might not redo the front, just redo the back. The problem, the big mistake that I made was not leaving enough time between layers, and then also having a better technique for peeling the overspray. So as you can see on this area where the plastic for the step of the bumper meets the chrome metallic bumper, I was able to kind of get it a little bit better. But in this area, when I originally did the peel, I over peeled into this section. So I should have waited longer to peel. Then I should have used like a toothpick or something to kind of like start the line of the peel. Would have been a lot better off doing it like that. So this isn't very nice, and it's like this on this side, it's like this in the middle, and it's like this over here. So this has been my biggest issues. But it's like certain areas, like, you know, here, down here, it's, you know, it looks a lot better. But then areas like here, you can kind of see that I did a layer too soon between the following layer, and you should be waiting like 20 minutes between layers, but I got impatient and it was getting late at night. So like you can see there was drippage, right? Like you want to do multiple light layers, because if you do too heavy, what happens is that spray paint, just like anything else, it forms up heavy and then it drips, and then you get like those kind of not smooth. So like you can see it dripped here and it dripped here, but then here it's relatively smooth. I mean, for anyone who's far away, they're not going to really notice it. But if you get up close, you will notice kind of those imperfections. And then, of course, I noticed those imperfections. But I would say, you know, overall, I would give the front bumper experience, probably 7 out of 10, while the rear bumper, again, this is on me, I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10. Just because of my, you know, impatience with the install. So yeah, that's on me. The next thing I kind of want to go over is the Ram symbol that I also painted. This one held up really good. I would probably give this one, you know, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. So again, the Ram bumper got it, and also the Ram 1500s on the side of the front doors got the Plasti Dip. Those turned out good. To me, they look just as good as anything that came from the factory. I'm going to get some angles, hopefully, so you guys can see it from multiple angles. But to me, that turned out fairly well. Happy with that. The only things that I'm not happy with, user error, again, rear bumper on me, really the area where they meet, and then also putting too much paint in one layer and not doing it. 100% me. So please learn from my mistakes if you're looking to do this. Hey, it works, and it's a great solution for, you know, cheaply changing the look of your truck, to refreshing it, going from the chrome, which is, you know, things go in style. When I got it in 2015, I was like, chrome looks good, but, you know, 6 years later, it was kind of a bit much for me. But anyways, guys, hopefully this quick video was helpful for anyone out there thinking about Plasti Dip projects, whether you're doing it on a truck, an SUV, or a car. I think it's a great way to do it. Cheap solution. It's not permanent. So like if you were to spray paint it or get it, you know, coated, it would, you know, cost a lot more, and you'd be stuck with that. So this is kind of like one of those things that you can kind of see, like, oh, black out the truck, how's it look? Also forgot to mention the door handles. Did these, and again, this is kind of user error. So to me, this is one of the better ones that I did. There is spots where I did it too early, and you can kind of see it did drip a little bit. So this one looks good on the passenger back, but then this one, again, I was too close. So like some of these spray lines, you can kind of see I was just too close. I had the can too close to it. Should have been further away. Probably going to be 8 to 10 inches away when you do that. This one, not so well. I'm gonna redo that one again, but I'm gonna wait to the 1 year, because again, it bothers me, but no one else can really see. This one probably, again, was the worst, and it's 100% on me. It's you know, it's weared fine. So like this part that I did looks just fine, but this part in here has some peeling. So I should have been spraying over more into the handle to really have it seal. Instead, I was just kind of like spraying up to this edge, so there wasn't like enough overage. So the top and bottom, you want to have it so it over, so that the edge of the Plasti Dip is, you know, well behind it. So that's on me. But again, this one looks better. So kind of ironically, the front two on both kind of look kind of crappy, but the back ones look decent. But anyways, guys, hopefully this video was helpful for anyone out there looking to do Plasti Dip. Once again, like I said a little bit ago, great way to change the look of your vehicle at low cost. So yeah, definitely. If you have any questions, guys, please leave them below. If you like this video about an update on the Plasti Dip, go ahead and like the video. If you want to see more videos on the truck and other reviews that we have on the channel, go ahead and hit the sub channel. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a great day.